Here's a few other things about naturalism that I think you should know. People like Richard Dawkins or the Amazing Atheist or Thunderfoot, they're basically saying this, and I want to kind of make an analogy. They're basically children in a sandbox playing with sand, saying, look at the pretty sand, look how it flows. And that's about it. And that's all they're doing. They look at the world as it is and say, you know, there's a chemical reaction happening, that's how it works, and that's it. And that's all that exists. Well, hey, wonderful, children can do that. Not very intelligent, if you ask me. I mean, anyone can do that. It takes someone who likes to employ reason and thinking and philosophy to get outside of just what the five senses present to us, which is all these naturalists here on YouTube seem to be capable of doing. They've never employed any critical thinking to try and, again, get outside the box.
Okay, so according to this creationist, believing in things for which there is absolutely no evidence for is a good thing. Fantastic fantasy, Batman. Why bore ourselves with the little sandbox of reality when we can expand our remit to the world of comfortable delusional fantasy? I know. Let's believe, for instance, that this creationist is actually a stupidity mirage, caused by Jabba the Hutt eating too many psychedelic stupidity frogs who have been gorged on concentrated hallucinogenic stupidity flies, luxuriously soaked in stupidity juices until they were juicy and succulent. After all, why labour your mind with such trivial practicalities as reality when you can simply embark on a flight of fantasy and believe in anything? I'll tell you why. Because it saves lives, because it alleviates suffering, because it makes people's lives better. Point in question, take HIV protease. You're now on the forefront of AIDS research. Inhibiting this enzyme could save tens of thousands, maybe even millions of lives. Designing an inhibitor is contingent on the union of several fields of research involving quantum chemistry, molecular dynamics simulations, biological identification of substrate, and insights into possible inhibitors. Testing mutant enzymes and, of course, double-blind clinical trials. It's your call, PCS. What do you choose to do?
Sorry if you don't like that.
I would go with the immaculate track record of discovery of scientific naturalism. Quantum and Newtonian mechanics, atomistic understanding, chemical and biochemical knowledge, DNA, cellular and enzymatic activity, Brownian diffusion and statistical thermodynamics, polymer and material science, thermodynamics and semiconductor technology, and so on. These are just a few of the disciplines that have a track record of producing the best HIV protease inhibitors in the world. Like it or not, you live in a civilization that is a monument to these godless scientific principles. To which you doubtless already owe your life several times over to. I know I certainly do. You want a society without it? Open a history book, and you'll see what a civilization that embraces the supernatural looks like. Diseases, possession by demons,